Good evening, ghosts and ghouls. It's the one, the only JT Ripper, and I'm here with the Sultan of Slashers,
Todd of Thunder.
And you're listening to Horrorble Conversation, where we're going to be talking about the latest topics in the horror community.
Yes, indeed. And always, we like to start off with some upcoming releases. So, there's a new movie called Fear, opening up January 27th. This kind of came under the radar. Not a whole lot was written or said about this movie. Kind of just popped up. You know, I looked at the cast.
Okay.
I knew T.I., the rapper. He's in it. And the guy that plays Tommy, the white dude on the show Empire, I think he's playing in it. But I'll read you like a little description of what this film is supposed to be about.
Okay.
A weekend vacation turns sinister when a group of friends must confront their worst fears one by one. That's it.
Okay.
So,
is it like that one movie where like they're like Truth or Dare? Kind of gives me that vibe.
yeah, it kind of sounds that way. I'll be honest with you, I haven't seen the trailer yet.
Yeah.
So, you know, but it's opening very soon, so I figure, you know, it's going to be one of those, you know, select theaters, very limited.
Yeah,
But-
we can look it up and maybe check it out. That'd be next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's see here. Eli Roth, writer and producer, he's got a new movie coming out. It's called Be Mind, a VR Valentine slasher. That's the entire title.
VR is in like virtual reality.
I don't know. It just says Be Mine, a VR Valentine special. And it's going to be released February 10th on Crypt TV, whatever that is. Yeah, whatever it is.
I'll try to look it up and maybe find a trailer for it.
Yeah, you know, I'm always down for a slasher film.
Yeah. What's that other Valentine's Day? Valentine, right? Valentine's?
An old movie,
Not really older. It was like 2000s.
the 2001 Valentine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it on like an old snap
I went to
case.
theaters and watched that. I actually thought it wasn't a bad movie.
No, it came along at the perfect time because, you know, Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer, all these teen slasher films were kind of making a comeback, so it fit in right in with that category.
I really dug the ending.
Yeah, it was a great movie. Like I said, I got it on like an old snap case DVD.
Ooh, we can do a Valentine's Day special. Will you be mine?
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
Talk about all three movies.
Yeah. Well, you got the remake to My Bloody Valentine.
Yeah.
That's 4.
Anyway, Universal Pictures has already said that Megan has done so well. They're indeed going to make a sequel to it.
Megan 2.0.
Yep, and they say expect it to be in theaters 2025. So
2025.
yeah, they're going to take a little time getting it together. At least they're not rushing it.
I was about to say, at least they're going to take their time and put a little effort into it because part 2 could either be really great, amazing, and pass the first one, which I hope. I hope we have like more like creative kills.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, it could be one of those things. Like, for example, I really like the movie Happy Death Day.
Oh, yeah.
But
That's a
I
really good
thought
movie.
Happy Death Day to You or whatever it was called, the second one, I thought it sucked ass. Like, major.
I didn't dig it too much. But the first one was awesome. The first one was really good.
The first one is, I mean, just kind of a take off of Groundhog Day, but make it a slasher film, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah. I didn't like the mask in it, though.
Anyway, David Gordon Green says that The Exorcist is about 90% done. And one thing that I read that I didn't catch before, this is not a remake. This is a sequel.
A sequel to the original?
Yeah.
Really? I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't catch it when I first started reading about it, but I thought it was going to be an Exorcist reboot. But clearly, in this article, it says the sequel to The Exorcist is about 90% done.
Oh boy, I have even less faith now. So they're doing the requel to it. Like they're giving the requel treatment, like it being a part 2 or an original to, or a part 2 to the original, but still calling it The Exorcist. Like Halloween and what's another one?
Scream.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no Scream 5. It was Scream.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Scream! 6.
Yeah, pretty much. And, well, you know, for people that have Peacock, 2 new movies are on there. One was in theaters, Violent Night. That's on there now, so you can watch it.
We need to review that one.
And the other one is that other movie that people have been talking about, Sick.
Yep, I watched it. I know you haven't.
Yep, I have yet to watch it, but we'll watch it and do a review of it.
I got mixed feelings.
Well, we'll get to it. And, of course, we get to the official Scream 6 trailer that came out this week. Thoughts?
My problem, and I know you have this problem, and I have this problem with a lot of trailers these day and age, is that they put the whole goddamn movie in the trailer.
Yeah.
Like, I think I'm about 98% sure that I saw the end of the movie in it. I saw the killer. I have an idea of a concept that, you know, because every Scream movie particularly makes fun of the genre.
Yeah.
And we haven't had them make fun of cults yet. I think there might be a cult aspect to it. Or they are obsessed with the killings or killers.
Yeah, I didn't like the trailer. I thought it was too long. Thought it showed way too much. I still got hope for the film, but I did not like this trailer. I do not like these long, drawn-out trailers. I know that they're trying to sell you, and I get it. Neve Campbell is not coming back. We have to go all out on this, right? Okay, I get that. But you don't need to show us the fucking movie before we see the fucking movie. Like, right. I don't like that little teaser that they came out with at the beginning of the year. Was perfect. It struck my interest. I wanted to see what was next and blah, blah, blah. And then they come out with this trailer, and every fucking thing that they showed in this trailer, I'm thinking to myself, okay, when are they going to cut? When are they going to, it's like it dragged on every scene. Like,
yeah,
until it gets to that, boo, gotcha moment. That's when they cut away, and it's like, God damn, to stop doing that.
Yeah, they did the same thing with all the Halloween movies.
Yeah.
They showed all the best kills and Halloween kills in the fucking trailer. But anyway, to get back to Scream, it's not that the trailer is bad, it's that they show too much.
Yeah.
Like, when I see this in theaters, like, there's going to be 2 or 3 minutes where I'm like, wow, I've already saw this. Versus, and it sucks because I think that store scene was really fucking awesome.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you know what happens in it now.
Yeah. Anything else about that trailer?
No, other than I hated it.
I'm going to talk about some controversy of the trailer.
Oh yeah, go ahead, go for it.
So there's people online. I read a couple comments. A lot of people have a problem with Ghostface using a shotgun. They said, "This is Scream. He doesn't use a gun." Okay. If I'm wrong, please correct me, Mr. Thunder, that at the end of every Scream movie, all 5 of them, when the killer reveals himself and his master plan, does he not, or does she not, hold them at gunpoint?
Every single movie.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Every single movie, there is a gun used. Either by the killer, by a survivor, whatever. The endings to every single Scream movie always ends with a gun.
Okay. Why do people have a problem with him using the shotgun?
I don't know. I guess because he's in the costume when he does it. I don't know. Or people are just stupid. And they don't, they expect him, oh, well, he has the knife. Okay.
But in the scene, he stabs somebody and takes the shotgun.
Right.
That makes sense. It's not like he was walking around with a shotgun.
Yeah. And getting back to your point, if we're theorizing that this might be a cult, then you might have different killers, multiple killers, more than 2 than usual.
Right.
And you're in New York City taking place. Some of those probably will use a gun.
Yeah. They're not going to be an old-fashioned slasher.
Yeah. I mean, there could be multiple kills with multiple things in this movie. It could be a fucking baseball bat. It could be a fucking lead pipe. It could be knives. It could be guns. It could be fucking, they could hang some fucking body. It doesn't matter. If it's different, if we're going off of that, that kind of theory of it might be like this cult thing. I mean, do you want fucking 5, 10, 15 fucking people all doing the same fucking kill?
Apparently.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I really don't. I didn't like the trailer.
But, I mean, I bet you that's the only part where he actually uses a gun in the movie, except for the ending.
Yeah, it could be one of those movies where the main girl runs into Ghostface in almost every scene, and she kills him, and then it's another Ghostface pop up, and then there's another one.
Yeah.
So just when she thinks she's killed the motherfucker, it's another one and another one and another one.
Right.
So, we don't know until the movie comes out, and people being salty about that are just, ignoramuses.
I think people are just looking for a reason to hate this because
Neve Campbell's not in it.
Neve Campbell's not
But,
in it.
I get why she didn't come back. I I get it. I wouldn't come back either.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, if you're going to have Jamie Lee Curtis in your Halloween movie, you're going to pay her. If you're going to have Robert Englund in your Freddy Krueger movie, you're going to pay him.
Yeah.
If you're going to fucking, spend a bunch of bullshit money and get a bunch of, horse shit celebrities just to make an appearance in the movie, which, they've done in all kinds of movies.
Yeah.
Pay your main fucking star. And you didn't, so she didn't do it. Plain and simple. Plain and simple.
I got hopes for this Scream movie, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to be that great. My opinion that Evil Dead Rise will probably be the horror movie of the year.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
I think that's going to be
We're going to watch them one by one, so.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. I just hope it's a pretty good year. I mean, last year was a pretty good year. Hopefully,
Round 2, the Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. And, of course, some of the big news coming out this week was Sean Cunningham.
Yep.
Talking about he's going to be developing the Friday the 13th reboot movie and the House reboot movie, which he was he directed the very first Friday the 13th, and I believe he was an executive producer of the first House film.
Was he?
Yeah.
I love House.
So
I wonder if they're going to go more like horror centric with it, or they're going to like make it campy.
Well, the from what little they have out, they said that they were going to try to bring back some of the favorite monsters that appeared in the film. And, of course, Friday the 13th, this would be the first Friday the 13th film in 14 years.
14 fucking years.
So this would be the movie version. Of course, Fuller is working on the Crystal Lake television show, and this is what Sean Cunningham and the boys want to do with film. So
we'll tell the ladies and germs out there the dilemma in this Friday the 13th dilemma is that these two own different rights to the property.
Pretty much, Sean Cunningham can do whatever he wants to do with Friday the 13th after the first film. But there's some legal issues because Victor Miller created the name Jason Voorhees.
Yes.
He created Pamela Voorhees. He created Crystal Lake. Everything that you see in the first film that's established, the camp, the killer, the related to the killer, whatever, Victor Miller done all that.
Yeah, the relations.
He was the writer.
Yeah.
So he pretty much has everything. Everything after the first film. And of course, Sean Cunningham directed the first film.
Yeah.
But he was like an executive producer on all the other films.
Yeah.
And Victor Miller didn't write any of the sequels.
No.
But all the sequels are written based off of what he's already established.
Yes.
So basically, in a nutshell,
he can have what you visually know is Jason.
Yeah,
but he can't call him Jason.
Yeah, you can have the hockey mask. You can even do the sackhead Jason if you want to.
Yeah.
You can do exactly what you want to visually with the character.
Yes, but you can't call it Crystal Lake. You can't call him Jason Voorhees.
No, unless Victor Miller okays it.
Yes.
And that would include Sean Cunningham and Victor Miller collaborating, or at least Victor Miller saying, okay, you can use it, but I'm going to get paid for it, which rightfully so.
Right, which I think is what hopefully will happen, but the problem is that these guys have been in court over the past 4 years.
It's been longer than that, man.
Or more. Okay. Anyway,
Well,
it's really
been
long time.
It's been going on ever since the video game came out. That's what really kind of sparked this whole thing, is when the video game came out and Victor Miller was like, wait a minute, there's a video game of my characters and I'm not getting any royalties out of it, and I created all this shit?
Yeah, they did him wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly.
They did him wrong, and, the fact of the matter is, when Victor Miller wrote the script, the first 8 Friday the 13th films were distributed through Paramount. And after Jason Takes Manhattan, the rights were sold to New Line Cinema.
Yeah.
Now, New Line Cinema, you would think, because of all the other stuff that they've done, they would be a better home for Jason. But the fact of the matter is, if you compare all the Jason films that came out through New Line versus the Paramount releases, the New Line movies suck a big, fat, swollen dick.
Well, would you like to tell them the ones that they released?
The first fucking one was Jason Goes to Hell.
The worst one.
That's a good fucking start.
Yeah.
And then
a wonderful start.
And then you get fucking Jason in Space.
Good kills. Bad movie.
And then you get one of the most anticipated movies of all time, Freddy vs. Jason, which I've told this story time before. I accepted it. I loved it when it first came out because we hadn't had it yet, and I was just so excited. Looking back on it, it could have been a lot goddamn better. Honestly, it should have been a fucking Slayer video, but it wasn't. It was more like a fucking MTV Poison video.
Yeah, and we got the worst looking Jason in my book. Freddy vs. Jason.
Yeah, the movements was good. The guy was big enough. Just the look, just kind of.
Yeah, it didn't fit.
I mean, Robert Englund. If it wasn't for Robert Englund revising that, I don't think that movie would have worked
as well as it did.
No, but anyway, that's where we're at now. We're guaranteed to get this Crystal Lake series, and
which is going to be on Paramount.
It's going to be on Paramount,
so it's back home.
But this movie is just talks. It's just in talks, but they're gung-ho about it. And honestly, as a fan, give me all of it. Give me all that I can absorb. I'll take all of it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. I didn't think the 2009 remake was bad.
No, I don't think it was bad either.
I don't know why people hate it. I mean, honestly, that's probably my favorite Jason.
Wasn't my favorite Jason.
I mean, I know it's a very unpopular opinion, but I don't give a fuck. It's my opinion. I think it was one of the best looking Jasons. I liked how fucking brutal he was. He's the most brutal Jason.
Yeah, I mean, he was pretty brutal, but yeah, I like it. I'm not shitting on it.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely think it should have been a sequel to it, but, by the time shit got rolled around, shit was hitting the fan, so.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, we get,
And since we're still in January, I want to give a shout out to 2 movies that turn 30 years old this year in this month. God. These movies were released in January of 1993, and they are now 30 years old.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So, the first film, released January 8th, 1993, The Leprechaun.
That's 30 years old now?
That movie is 30 years old now.
Oh, wow. That is fucking insane.
Yep.
Oh, spoiler for the cult out there. We are going to be ranking the Leprechaun series St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, so just about 2 months. We're saving that for the whole my birthday month.
Yeah. So, 30 years of our little Irish friend.
And the second movie to be 30 years old is also the second movie in a franchise, which was released January 29th, 1993, which is this upcoming week or weekend. I don't know. What's today? It doesn't matter what today is. No.
Wrong podcast.
Oh, shit. I was about to get in character. Anyway, released January 29th, 1993, Children of the Corn Part 2, The Final Sacrifice, is now 30 years old. Wow. Yeah, I specifically went through and tried to see, I thought it'd be a good thing to kind of do, like each month, go through
and see what's turning 30 years old.
Yeah,
this year.
What's turning 30? It's 2023. Go back 30 years. Some people like to go back 20. Why? Just go back 30. Yeah. It's 2023, so 30 years sounds good.
I thought you was going to say 2023, so we're going back 23 years.
Nope, we're going back 30 fucking years.
Wow.
But
Leprechaun. What a great series.
Yeah, Leprechaun and Children of the Corn 2.
Children of the Corn 2 is one of those.
The final sacrifice, Isaac Yankum.
It's part 2. It doesn't get a lot of love, but I thought it was a pretty solid sequel.
Yeah. I mean, it's I like the movie. I mean, it's got that cool scene where the where the lady's like, it was either the lady or the old guy. She's like under a house.
Yeah.
And they like, something happens where the house literally falls on her and like her legs are sticking out like the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Which is funny because all the children are just like around watching it, so it's like they're the
munchkins.
They're the munchkins watching, the evil.
Witch is dead. The witch is dead.
Yeah.
Thank God the wicked witch is dead.
Wicked old bitch.
That's how I feel about my ex.
But yeah. Got anything else you want to talk about?
Well, I had some.
Tonight, second episode of Last of Us.
Oh yeah. We'll review that.
We will review that.
We'll review that. No, Lois, don't let your boy go playing the role. Picked up some Blu-rays and 4Ks. Picked up the Plower. It's the porno version of the Prowler.
Wow.
Okay.
The Prowler.
The Prowler. Great
movie. Great movie. One of my favorites.
Yeah. These are movies that I don't know why I haven't had in my collection, but I needed them. The Burning. Picked up The Burning.
Burning, another good slasher.
Yeah. Picked up the 4K American Werewolf in London. That one company that keeps releasing
Arrow.
Yeah.
They have very expensive ones, but
it was a little cost. Actually, I found it on Best Buy right now for $30.
Yeah. Still a little steep.
Still a little steep, but not the $44 price tag it was.
Yeah, it's still kind of crazy that in 2023 people are still selling fucking movies, like home movies, for past $10.
Yeah. Well, me personally,
Considering that you can spend $10 and get a whole streaming service for some of these films.
well, that's why I'm buying these. Well, the other ones, not American Werewolf in London, but like I like to buy them digitally. That way, you know, I just have them and I can just pop them on anytime. But with these, you know, Felucci movies and fucking The Prowler and The Burning, you just can't find on some of these streaming services.
You know,
Deep Red. You can't get Deep Red on any of the streaming services. You got to buy it.
Really?
Yeah, Deep Red's not on any streaming services.
It's not on Tubi?
No.
I could have swore. Anyway, that might be Phenomena I'm thinking of. But that would be my ultimate streaming service. Would either be a straight-up slasher streaming service.
Yeah.
Or at least an Italian giallo streaming service.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I would prefer just slasher. That way you can like put all the giallos in there with the slashers.
Yeah.
So you could have Deep Red, and you can have New York Ripper, and you can have Phenomena, but you can also have your Friday the 13th and your Halloweens and your more mainstream movies all kind of put together, but the whole theme is, you know, slasher related and giallo. So that would be, you know, even though I got most of these movies on DVD, I still would love a streaming service like that. It's like, you know, it's like WWE Network. I've seen all that shit, but I still like to go to it and watch it from time to time. And just one click away is a lot easier than having to dig through and find it.
Yeah, pop it in.
So that would be my ultimate, you know, if I had the wherewithal and the license and I could do it, I would try to do that. But,
I would
that. If you're listening and you're not, but if you are,
if there's
do it.
Yeah, so believe it or not, if anybody's looking for any films like Deep Red and The Burning and stuff like that, my advice is to go to Amazon because they've got pretty damn good deals on these.
Yeah.
I got The Burning Blu-ray like special edition for like $14.
Yeah, and if you are strictly streaming, I would suggest you do Tubi before you do anything.
Yeah.
A lot, not a whole lot, but a good deal of some slasher films that you can really sink your teeth into are on Tubi for free.
Yeah.
I mean,
Tubi's the best. Bang for your buck that you're not
It
paying.
really is the best. And I have to say this. Out of all the streaming services, free and paid for, I still think Tubi, the free one, is the best one.
Yeah.
As far as
Shudder's
movies,
pretty solid.
as far as movies catered more towards me, some of that kind of underground, hard to find shit, Tubi is like kind of the place to go.
Yeah, which is weird.
Yeah. I think one of the most worst, not what they have, but the way that their shit's set up. I don't know what's up with Hulu. Like
It's weird.
For me, like when you're watching something, the majority of what you're watching, it's very low and you have to cut it up real loud.
Yeah.
But then it goes to a commercial and the commercial is like, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know why Hulu's like that, but I fucking hate. And plus, like, if you like leave Hulu and you have your volume up and you go to something else, like a different app, it does the exact same thing. I don't know why.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I noticed that the only show, I was watching King of the Hill, and it didn't do it. But if you try to watch Family Guy, if you try to watch anything else, it's like you watch the show and you got to turn it all the way up to fucking 45 on your remote, and then the fucking commercial is like, and you got to fucking mute it because they're 2-minute long commercials, you know, and it's like, what the fuck, Hulu? Get your shit together.
Yeah. But the worst one for any horror movies is Netflix.
Yes. Netflix is a can of shitted out dog food.
I mean, they've got some originals, I think.
Like, Netflix is one of those things where you borrow from a friend so you can watch one movie and then you don't really go back to it.
Yeah, but they're cracking down on that so you can't share it.
Yeah. Like, Texas Chainsaw, had to watch that. Big fan. And I like the movie, but, you know, other than that, it's like, you know, maybe this one's good, maybe that. I will say that out of all the streaming services that have original films,
Yeah.
you know, a Netflix original, a Peacock original, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I would say Netflix has the worst fucking original movies.
Movies? Like horror movies?
Specifically horror movies. Because, yes, they produce a whole lot, but a whole lot is
Well, I mean,
trash.
that's like throwing shit at a wall. I mean, eventually one or two things are going to stick.
Like you might go through like 10 of them and maybe 2 or 3 are good and the rest are just like, oh my God, I would pick this up. I wouldn't even pick this up at a fucking Dollar General bin.
Yeah. I agree with you. They make a lot of really shitty horror movies.
And the reason why I'm picking on them right now is because not just horror movies, but like they have really bad comedies, really bad action films. Like their original films, like literally every 10 original, you might get 2 good ones.
Yeah,
So
they strike gold like with the what's his name? Not Ted Bundy. Fuck. The new like miniseries that came out about the serial killer.
That's Ted Bundy.
Was that Ted Bundy?
Yeah, with Evan Peterson.
Oh, so yeah, Ted Bundy. Right. Ted Bundy?
Yeah. No, that's
No.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
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 Anyway, Dahmer is a fantastic series.
Yeah, they did do, I don't know if it was a Netflix thing, but they did do a movie with, what's his name?
Zac Efron?
Zac Efron, extremely wicked, vile, blah, blah, blah. That was the one on Ted Bundy.
Yeah.
And that one was actually really good as well.
Yeah.
And I will say that Netflix is killer when it comes to documentaries. Like, their documentary stuff, like the Ted Bundy tapes, that's really good. They had a 4 or 5 parter on the Night Stalker,
Yeah.
Richard Ramirez. That's good. But I noticed that a lot of their documentaries you can actually find on other streaming services as well.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I will say about them is their documentaries are pretty good. Like, you know, they had the whole fucking Michael Jordan documentary, like the 10 fucking part documentary
Yeah.
on his whole career. That was really cool. So, you know, not to totally shit on them.
Yeah, you know, the dog's ass gets a little light every now and then.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you know, picked up Pieces too. Forgot about
Yeah,
that.
Pieces is a damn good one. You know, you don't have to go to Texas for a chainsaw massacre.
Yeah. I don't know. I was just in a very slasher mood.
Well,
So-
you know, slashers are my favorite subgenre of horror.
Mine
you know,
too.
you have your vampires, you have your witches, you have your occults, you have your paranormal, you have
religious.
yeah, monster flicks.
Monsters.
Slashers are my favorite. You know, you take somebody, you know, it could be a deformed person or it could be just a regular person under a mask, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you might have already seen the killer and you know, they're revealed, or it's a gruesome type of mongoloid looking fuck like
Yeah.
Victor Crawley or somebody that's
Yeah.
at doing it. But yeah, I mean, that's always been my favorite thing to watch. You know, you take a cast, you introduce them, you knock them off one by one. It's fairly simple, but it's effective, and it's one of those things where I'll never get sick of seeing.
Yeah,
I know a lot. Like, I like paranormal movies, but after a while, I can't sit there and watch a marathon of paranormal movies.
No.
Like one after another, where it's ghost story, ghost story, ghost story. I can't do that. I can do that with slasher films, so.
Yeah, I can't do that with Paranormal Activity movies. I'm like one and done for the day.
Yeah.
But as far as slashers go, I'm the same with you. That's the problem. We agree too much, Todd.
Yeah. Well, you know,
Yeah.
fuck you and your opinions. Your opinions are dog shit.
Mine or theirs?
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, fuck you, buddy.
Fuck you, buddy. Hey.
No, but, yeah.
But like I was getting back to, all the things I picked up were from Amazon, except for American Werewolf in London, which was from Best Buy. You can get these movies at reasonably good prices. Just be careful with what you order from Amazon, because I ordered a thing of energy drinks along with the Burning and the other ones, and for some reason the Burning and the Prowler was shipped with the same case of energy drinks, and it cracked my the Burning case. The DVD's fine, but
Right.
I'll fix that up. But anyway, just be careful if you're ordering from Amazon.
Be careful.
So if you're gonna get DVDs, just buy your DVDs. Don't order anything else with them, because they might put them together. Just a little heads up, people.
Yeah, definitely. If you're going to order something that you know is probably going to be heavy, you might want to hold off on getting
The heavy.
a CD, a DVD, Blu-ray, anything like that
Yeah.
goes with them. So,
But thank you for listening to this episode. It's been actually it's been pretty fun, actually.
yeah, you know, we're looking forward to the Scream movie coming out. We're looking forward see what they're going to do with the Friday the 13th, both the series and the films.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of movies that we can that we're looking forward to going to see and reviewing, both on the streaming apps and in theaters. So it's only January, so we're just getting started.
Guess who's back?
Back
Back
again.
Ken is back. He likes men.
Yep.
He likes the sack. He's You can't see it, people, but I'm dancing.
Yeah, that's my cue to say toodaloo.
And tip your waitress.
If
Or
she's
waiters.
good. If she's good.
Nah.
If he's
need to
good.
Tip. Don't be a piece of shit.
No, if she's good. You gotta
Tip. Tip, people.
If you don't,
Tip.
If she sucks, if you can't get no more Diet
Oh my
Mountain Dew,
God.
then she needs to fuck off.
Why does it got to be a she? The waiter or waitress.
If he
Quit
don't
being
bring
se-
you a Diet
being
Mountain Dew, then he
sexist.
needs to fuck off.
You're just a cheap piece of shit.
I'll need it ketchup, and you didn't bring it, so fuck you and your tip.
Tip this dick.
Tip